Have you ever, felt that quiet little nudge, that feeling like there's maybe something more, a deeper kind of longing just under the surface of all the daily grind and the checklist?
Yeah.
Or maybe you're just swimming in information, trying to figure out what actually, resonates.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if any of that sounds familiar, you are definitely in the right place. Welcome to The Deep Dive.
Glad to be diving in.
Today, we're getting into something really profound, claiming your true desires. And this isn't just about, wishful thinking.
No, not at all.
It's a much deeper look into what we really want innately and how to sort of align our lives with that authentic core.
Exactly.
So this deep dive is specifically tailored for you, drawing from the Unified program sources, specifically Week-09, called Claiming True Desires. We've pulled from their PDFs, YouTube transcripts.
Right, the core materials for that week.
Our mission today is really to cut through the noise, unpack what these true desires actually are, how you can identify them, and what it really means to step up and claim them. So let's unpack this.
Okay. Well, what's really interesting here is that this whole journey to claiming your true desires, it doesn't start with some, massive leap. It actually begins with these very practical, daily foundational practices.
Right. Things that for some listeners might already feel, pretty natural.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this fascinating little warning, isn't there, in the sources about these quiet periods. They say they're so delightful, you might just lapse into them and ignore your other activities. So what's that all about? What does that mean for you listening at home?
Yeah, that's a really important point. While these quiet times are designed to be, serene and maybe even blissful, their actual purpose, according to the program, is for preparation in life.
Preparation. Okay.
Yeah. It's specifically about making contact with your higher self.
Yeah.
You can think of that as your authentic inner wisdom, your core self, and then receiving energy and knowledge from that place.
Wait, receiving.
But here's the crucial bit. You then need to be carrying it into dynamic activity. Dynamic is the key word.
So not just sitting and contemplating forever.
Exactly. It's not about just retreating. It's about integrating that energy, that knowledge back into your active, everyday, dynamic life. Action is part of it.
So these quiet times are almost like a training ground for acting consciously in the world.
Precisely.
And the sources give a pretty clear structure for this, don't they? Almost like a checklist. What are the sort of key steps in that process?
Yeah, there's a very clear 7-step framework. First, sit comfortably, close your eyes, focus on love, just pulsating from your heart out to everything. Sets the tone.
Okay.
Second, you clear your aura, your energy field of any uninvited influences, basically disruptive thoughts or energies. And then, importantly, you send light to them.
Light, not just push them away.
Right. The idea of light often implies, understanding or awareness. So it's transforming, not just blocking.
Yeah.
Third, close your aura to everything except your higher self, creating that private connection space. Fourth, unify with what they call God's qualities. Think love, peace, joy, abundance. Recognize them as yours already. Fifth, state your purpose for the quiet time. Maybe I want to practice communicating with my higher self, or I want to receive knowledge.
Be specific.
Be specific, yeah. Sixth, receive this signal from your higher self and hold on to that feeling for the whole period. And seventh, finally, speak out loud the communication, the thoughts that your higher self gives you.
Speak it out loud. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a full cycle. Very intentional.
That is a really complete framework. And it's not just about these dedicated quiet sessions, is it? The sources talk about things you should be doing routinely all day long, like energetic hygiene.
That's right. It needs to become almost automatic. There are 4 key daily practices they highlight. First, keep closing your aura to everything but your higher self. Especially, if you're in a crowd near someone sick or around negativity, just a quick mental boundary setting.
Maintain your space.
Exactly. Second, clear your aura whenever you get what they call an uninvited influence signal. Could be a strong negative thought popping in, or even feeling suddenly irritable, tired, moody.
Those random mood shifts sometimes.
Could be. And when that happens, clear it and send love and light to whatever that thought form was. Third, make it a regular thing to just send love from your heart out to people, situations, things throughout the day. Feel it go out, feel it return.
Just a constant practice.
And fourth, whenever a grudge or hurt feeling pops up, send forgiveness. Remember the principle, nobody can harm my perfectness, my completeness without my permission. It's about reclaiming your power.
Wow. And the really amazing part, the sources say, these practices during the day will take none of your time. They're just thoughts you think all the time anyway.
Exactly.
Now think these loving, healing, safety thoughts instead of the ordinary chatter you're used to. It's just redirecting what's already happening in your mind, not adding more stuff to do.
It's a huge shift in perspective, really. And, if we connect this back to the bigger journey in the program, remember back in week 7, you were asked to start an inventory, a list of thoughts that needed correction.
Right, the ones not aligned with God's thought.
Exactly. And the sources promise that these daily practices, this energetic hygiene, it starts this very sure, safe way to correct your thinking, both the conscious stuff and the subconscious patterns.
Okay, so we built this energetic foundation. We're starting to clean up our thought patterns. Where do the sources guide us next? Because you said this is where it gets really interesting.
Yes, this is where things pivot and really open up. This week, the sources say you start a different inventory.
Okay.
An inventory of your desires, specifically asking yourself, what is it you want to experience?
So moving from fixing problems to actually stating what you want to create, that's a big change.
It's a massive shift, yeah. From correction to conscious creation.
But hang on. How do we know if a desire is a true desire versus just, something our ego or lower self wants? There must be a difference, right?
Oh, absolutely. A critical difference. The sources explain that most of the desires we've had in the past, they were likely viewed from the vantage point of your lower self. Meaning they were often pushed on us by others.
Yeah.
Dictated by your parents, your friends, or simply your desire to win someone else's love and respect.
Okay. Like wanting good grades just for parental approval.
Exactly. The source gives that exact example. You wanted to be the best student. Maybe not because you deeply cared, but because the desire was planted by your parents.
Right.
And this kind of external pressure, it actively suppresses our own true desires. It pushes them down. It's why someone might say want to be a singer deep down,
right,
but they put it off until retirement because it doesn't seem practical or approved of.
So those true desires get buried under all the shoulds and external expectations. How do we actually dig them up? How do we access them from that higher self place? The sources have a specific invitation, don't they?
They do. It's quite direct. The instruction is, today, spend your quiet period receiving communication from your higher self about what it is you want to claim in life.
Okay.
And there's a key phrase. After you get settled in your quiet period, receive that signal from your higher self, you then say, please communicate to me my true desires.
Just ask.
Just ask. And crucially, have a piece of paper handy to write down your desires as they come through. It's about being ready to receive and record. Simple, but powerful.
Okay, but the mindset behind this, it seems really fundamental. It challenges how we normally think about wanting things, even about owning things. Feels like a total reframe is needed.
It absolutely is a reframe, a profound one. The core idea, and this is really freeing, is remember you are of the same thought of God as everything else is.
Okay.
This means that everything in the cosmos is one with you. You are that, it is you. So everything is for your use and enjoyment.
Basically, there's no real separation. You're part of everything. Everything's part of you.
So everything is available for your use and enjoyment, yes. Which is totally different from what the sources call the man-made illusion called ownership.
Illusion of ownership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't truly own your house or maybe even your kids in that permanent, exclusive way we think of it. You lease them, they say, for a time. They're available to you for use, not possessions.
So it's moving away from scarcity and lack towards this idea of inherent abundance. Everything is available for use.
Exactly. Which means your motives, when claiming desires, must be selfish with a capital S.
Capital S, selfish. That sounds wrong.
Ha! Yeah, it sounds counterintuitive. But it means selfish from the perspective of your higher self, your true essence, not the lower ego.
Okay, not greedy selfish.
Right. It implies abundance. It means when you are claiming something for your use with love, thankfulness, and forgiveness, you are not depriving anyone from it. Because there is enough. Abundance is there in the universe. There is enough for everyone to consume. So these true desires, they're actually desires in truth. They're the desires that God would have you desire because they are in tune with God's thought that made creation.
So they're like divine seeds.
You could say that. They're the seed thought that can give rise to your creation full of God's qualities. And when you fulfill these desires, it actually allows that larger consciousness, God, to experience that desire that he planted in me.
So my joy is God's joy, essentially.
In a way, yes. Your desires are to be fulfilled with love, abundance, peace, knowledge, joy, and all of God's other qualities. It's a co-creation.
That's a really powerful link between our deepest personal wants and a bigger divine purpose. Okay, so once we're in that mindset, we've asked for our true desires, we're writing them down. How do we actually phrase these claims? Are there rules, like a specific language we need to use?
Yes, there are some clear guidelines for crafting the claims. First, start each one the same way. Write each desire down on the paper beginning with I claim.
I claim.
Okay. Second, and this one's really important, write only in the present tense.
Present tense. Why?
Because, the sources explain, in reality, there is no future and no past. Only the present. God is everywhere present, omnipresent. The past and future. They're described as imagination, an illusion of the illusion.
So focusing on past regrets or future worries pulls you out of reality.
Exactly. While you are busy dreaming about the past or the future, you miss the present, which is the only true reality you have. So claim it now.
Okay, present tense. Got it. Now, what about things involving other people? Can I claim, I don't know, that my neighbor Bob will finally fix his fence? Or that Sarah from accounting will fall madly in love with me?
Ah, the million-dollar question. And a really important rule comes up here. You can claim specific desires so long as you do not claim to interfere with someone else's free will.
Free will is off limits.
Totally. The example given is, you can claim a perfect unconditional love relationship with Harry or Susan. Like, claim the experience of that kind of love. But you can't claim either Harry or Susan specifically to be your spouse or to become sexually intimate with you, because that imposes on their choice.
Right. Can't force it.
The principle is absolute. Free will cannot be compromised, even by your strong and powerful desire. So, no magical fence-fixing claims for Bob.
Slight chuckle.
Okay.
Good to know. So be realistic then, but there was a twist to that too, wasn't there?
Exactly. The rule is, be realistic. State your claim in terms you can believe are possible. Make it believable to you. For instance, I claim abundant wealth in the form of $20,000 or more each year. That might feel believable, achievable.
Okay, start where you are.
But then, to really open the door to abundance, the sources say take the limit off by adding or more and or better whenever possible.
Ah, so $20,000 or more each year, or a perfect relationship, or better.
Precisely. It acknowledges your current belief, but invites the universe to deliver even more. It's like saying, this is my minimum, but I'm open to amazing.
I like that. Okay, so now you have this incredible list of true desires, claimed in the present tense, respecting free will, realistic but open-ended. Maybe some feel a bit wild right now. What do you do with this list next? Do you, immediately try and fix everything on your old thoughts to correct list to match up?
No, not at all, actually. The instruction is much gentler. After your quiet periods, yes, examine your list of true desires, and then compare it with the list of thoughts you need to correct, the one from week 7.
Okay, compare them.
And this is key. At this point, don't concern yourself with reconciling the two lists. Don't try to force them together or figure it all out right now.
Well, just look at them side by side.
Yeah, just note for your amusement, they say, how some of your present thoughts keep you from realizing your true desires. Just observe the gap. Isn't that interesting? This thought I have directly blocks this thing I truly want. It's about awareness, not immediate fixing.
That's surprisingly low pressure. Just notice it. Almost with a sense of curiosity or amusement, like they say.
Exactly. Gentle awareness. And the promise that follows this step is pretty potent, isn't it?
It really is. The sources just state it. Soon, very soon, you're going to see the fulfillment of these true desires.
It speaks to the power of this whole alignment process. Just identifying and claiming them sets things in motion.
So what does this all really boil down to for you, the listener? This whole deep dive, it's really encouraging this profound shift, isn't it? Moving away from desires shaped by the outside world or your old limitations, and instead consciously connecting with your own innate, maybe even divine purpose. It's about aligning with desires that genuinely resonate with love, abundance, peace, joy, leading to a life that actually reflects who you truly are at your core.
Yeah.
You really have this unique chance right now to consciously connect with the very desires that your truest self, your higher self, actually wants to experience through you. It's quite an invitation.
It really is.
Yeah.
And, maybe a final thought to leave you with. If the universe is truly abundant, like the sources say, and everything is genuinely just there for our use and enjoyment without that illusion of ownership, what new desires might surface? Maybe things that seemed impossible before. What could emerge if you really let go of that limited thinking, that fear of taking from someone else because you know there's enough? Yeah. What might your life look like if you truly fully claimed from that place of infinite abundance, knowing deep down that it genuinely deprives no one.
Something definitely to mull over.
Absolutely.
Keep exploring those true desires. Reflect on these insights, maybe try out some of those daily practices. Thank you so much for joining us on the Deep Dive.